Welcome, boys and girls. Saturday morning, it's time for the Peaceful Fighter Show, talking all things MMA, martial arts, karate, and we're going to have a great old time, as always, in studio. Of course, we have Ryon. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, Chris. As always, I'm super excited to be here. Every Saturday morning, it's the most exciting thing I do, so I'm definitely super excited about it.
It's been a kick in the ass, and I've had a great time. We also got Sean sitting in. How are you, buddy?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. Getting all stoked for your fight?
Yes, I am. Today marks the 1 week mark. So
you can move that microphone over to this table, and that way you can actually look at us while you're in the conversation. That'll work out nice as well. We got Nate coming in pretty soon too, and a special guest caller today. I understand Bryer Thompson is going to be calling in, and if I'm not mistaken, Bryer Thompson would be, well, Sean's opponent for the fight on August 29th over at the Lane Event Center. This ought to be way cool. And now, you guys, do you have a relationship at all outside of this fight coming up? I mean, have you met the guy, talked to him, anything?
Not really. He just sent me one message, just kind of introducing himself a little bit, and kind of wanted to know what we'd be talking about. And I told him it's more or less just going to be you guys asking us questions. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's going to go.
Both of our first fight, we fight next week, so...
Sean's a class act,
and this isn't wrestling. Oh, I'm going to take this chair and bust it over. It's not going to be anything like that,
No.
So, yeah, we're going to talk and just have a good old time, and hopefully you guys are going to emerge from this little session as kind of friends. And, that all goes out the window once you step in the ring, obviously. But, this is life outside the ring. So.
But, I think you end up respecting the guy you go.
Of course you do. I mean, you have to respect some skills when you get yourself in that ring in the first place.
Takes a lot to get in there.
Sure it does.
Get it done.
So what's your take on that, Sean?
It's a little different. Ryan kind of surprised me with that one, but it's all good. I'm up for anything, really. So.
You're not a trash talker, so...
No, not at all. I'm excited.
I think it's kind of fun, but Sean hates it when I get into it. I just do it because I just like to get the people interested a little bit and kind of just get some awareness going, a little buzz going. But I don't mean no harm to nobody, man. As soon as the fight's over, we're all friends.
Right.
I
definitely like to. Oh yeah, we definitely have tickets ready to sell those guys, and I'd like to give one away a little later in the show, but. I like it. I love the whole thing. I want to get these guys some awareness and get people to know what they got going on. And I think they're going to believe fight number 2 or 3. So at 125. So they're going to be moving around real quick.
So how tall are you, Sean?
I believe I'm 5'7", maybe 5'7.5".
So you're 5'7", 125, and women all around the country are saying, bitch. They're pissed off because they all want to be 5'7" and 125.
Oh yeah, I bet.
That's funny. Well, he's only 125 for just a brief moment. Really, we cut him down and touch the scales and put some water back in him and get some food.
So how are you you're cutting weight for the fight, obviously.
Yep.
And how you doing that?
Just eating healthy, really. I mean, I'm not starving myself by no means. I still eat at least 3 times a day, usually more than that, 4 or 5 times. Just small, healthy meals, a lot of fruit, a lot of grains. Staying away from the greasy, meaty stuff. Trying to stay away from the red meat.
The deep double fried
I get a
Oreos
pizza.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's right. I get a pizza. He goes to Cafe Yum. So that's one thing that we don't do is we don't starve ourselves. We don't.
Well, you can't. You got to eat healthy, and you got to keep your energy and your muscles and.
Well, I need
just
a lot of
a focus. I mean, if you're starving. And you feel it in so many different ways, so you don't want to do that, obviously.
No, and working out multiple times a day, you need food. That's all there is to it.
You got to have energy.
Yeah. I walked into a gym one time, and it was actually Svetlo's gym, gymnastics gym, and USGA on West 11th. And I was training with Svetlo's coach. His name was Rosen, and he was, a world renowned. He was the head coach for the Olympics and at Sydney's, and just a phenomenal coach. And I was dizzy and having a hard day, and he goes, "What's wrong with you?" In his Bulgarian accent, I can't do it quite as good as him, of course, but he says, "What's wrong with you?" And I says, "Man, I just haven't been eating. I'm cutting weight for this fight." He says, "Man, this is BS." He says, "If you want to train and perform like a high level athlete, like an Olympic level athlete, you got to eat like it."
Yeah,
so.
you got to. Yeah. Now you guys are constantly cutting weight for these fights. What about fighting at a weight that you're comfortable at without having to cut so much poundage in order to get in that ring?
And I've done that before. I fought at 185 pounds was my first fight, and my second to last fight was at 170. Now I think as far as me, that's probably the best that I've ever felt going into it. I didn't cut a lot of weight.
170 or 185?
Yeah. The 85, that was my first fight ever, and I think I was just a fatty, to be honest with you. And so we just kind of, we did what we could, and we fought, and Jason got me ready, and we went out there, and it was a good time. And then we knew that I could get lower. It's just that I wasn't like a hothead or anything, but I wanted to punch somebody, and so he put me right away. But I was kind of heavy, and so during the weight process of me dropping the weight from, I used to weigh 230 when I was married.
That's a fatty.
Oh my goodness! You should see the pictures, Chris.
I don't think I want to.
It's horrible. I put them up sometimes, just to kind of remember, yeah, so that was fantastic. I fought at 170, but he was just a little bit too big. I never did see him weigh in, and so that was a little bit of a tough deal. But if I got like an average, normal 170-pound fight, I think I'd really enjoy that.
So you're not cutting so much weight that it's putting stress on your body doing that.
That's what I'd like. Yeah, I tried to pick a 170 fight a couple weeks ago, but it didn't. For some reason, it didn't work out. We'll see.
Bouncer got in the way.
No, it was a professional fight. It was a professional fighter. I wanted to get him in a ring and see if I couldn't punch a hole through his head.
Now, okay, this is for you, Ryan, because last week at the self-defense class, I heard you say something to the effect that you were basically done when it came to professional fighting. Is that the case?
Well,
because 2-3 months ago, you were all fired up about UFC and stuff.
Well, okay, so right now, I think there's a level of reality that kicks in as far as like my children, my the obligations that I have, and the things that I've made promises and commitments to. So right now, I want to focus on getting the gym up off the ground. Just bought a little piece of property out Eastern Oregon, so going to do that. And then when I'm
is fire sale by any chance?
Yeah. So when when things settle down, they get to a good point, I would really love to get a few more in there. But right now, my priority has to be getting the revenue going. The gym can do phenomenal. I mean, I can make the gym's doing great. We just moved locations. Everything's new there. Everything's fantastic, super duper exciting. And so just want to get that ball rolling. And as soon as I feel like that, I can kind of step away from that and get back to training. Because if you can't focus 100% on training, I just don't know how you do it.
Well, that's for sure, because the guy you're fighting is going to be focusing 100% on training.
So, I mean, that's the one thing that I hope that, and I'm sure Bryer is. I hope that Bryer, he's putting 100% into it, and he's focused because, I know Sean is. I know Nathan is. I know all my guys are. And so I guess for me, right now, I put a pause on the professional fighting because I can't be 100% focused on it. I have to be focused on other things right now as far as my business and my children and, just different things.
Stupid life getting in the way of goals.
Yeah.
I hate that. Now, do you have any questions that you're going to want to ask Bryer, Sean?
Not really, man. I mean, just if he's ready to go, I'm excited to... So both of our first time in there, so I'm just excited to go in there and mix it up, see what happens.
Well, that's cool. And hey, we got a couple of new folks that have just shown up. Nathan is here. How you doing, man? Jay is here. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm good.
You're good. All right. Bring some energy into the show. Loving that, man. Loving that. Nate, of course, going to be fighting out in Lincoln City on September 5th. We're going to have tickets for that pretty soon, too. But we have tickets for Sean's fight. That's going to be at the Lane Event Center. What is the retail cost on these tickets?
I have floor seats for $30 and then general admission tickets for $25.
And you're going to give away a ticket today.
Yes, that's the plan.
541-485-1450. You can have a ticket to see Sean fight out at the Lane Event Center. I'm excited about that. I'm going to need a pair of tickets as well, possibly even 4. And I'll let you know on that because we're going to bring some folks out, and I definitely do not want to miss this fight.
Well, look, don't sleep on these tickets, Chris. It's going to sell out. This is for I think Ben was a little conservative with the venue that he got and the people that he brought in because they're selling a lot of tickets. I know Big Jimmy Jeanette sells a lot of tickets, and he's been doing a fantastic job. And I believe this show is going to sell out.
Well, that's cool, and Lincoln City as well. That's a big deal too.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Nathan. Yes, it is. It's a big deal out there. It's a televised event. MAV TV. We watch them every Tuesday down at Doc's Pad. Those guys are great. They take good care of us. Usually 6 p.m. Tuesday down at Doc's Pad. They play the King of the Cage fights on MAV TV.
Well, that was a really, really insightful comment that we got from Nate, but I don't think the mic was on, so you want to repeat what you were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there you go. We're caught up.
Good to go.
Nathan always has the most exciting things to say.
He's such a cool, calm character, man. And I even when he's fighting, he just never changes the look on his face. And
Ever.
The guy is just mellow and low key.
I caught him in a funny mood the other day. He was chatting up a storm. I was like, what is going on?
I've never heard him string more than 3 or 4 words together since I've known him, it seems like. So, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Just keep it simple. Simple answers. Yeah, no.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Sure.
Jay, how you doing, man?
Yeah, pretty good. It's early still. Plenty of coffee, though.
Yeah, well, it's a little early, and everybody looks hungover. That seems to be the problem.
No, actually, not 100%. 100%, not at all. We are in grind mode. You know, Chris, you definitely. I wondered actually when I came in if you were still a little drunk, but no, I'm kidding. That's a joke. But actually, these guys are 100% focused in fight mode. I've been getting them running up the hills and really kicking butt. They've been wrestling the heck out of each other lately, so they've been loving practice.
Yeah, this is kind of a hell weekend for me from the scheduling point of view, but a fun one at the same time because the Festival of Eugene is happening right now. It is over at Skinner's Butte. It's a free event brought to you, of course, by All Comedy 1450. When I leave here, I'm heading over there, hosting stages, and going to be there till way late tonight. We're doing it tomorrow as well. And come on out and join us at the Festival of Eugene over at Skinner's Butte. Can you guys make it at all?
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
And there's going to be a bunch of bands. There's all kinds of food, which Sean isn't allowed to eat, but the rest of us can. And it's just going to be a great, great day. The weather's going to be perfect. We're going to be hitting high 80s today, and same thing tomorrow. And it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful event. This is the second year they've done it, and it's doubled in size from last year. And now they're looking at expanding even more for next year. This event is taking off, people. So join us out there.
Is that down at the park area? Is it on top or where?
No, it's down in the park. Yeah.
I love that. I love that down there.
It's so cool. And last year they had 2 stages set up and had bands going back and forth all damn day long.
Wow.
This time they got 3 stages set up, and like I say, the whole thing is twice the size it was last year, and it was a hoot last year.
That's cool. I went to something like that last weekend. I think it ran me about $500, but so this is a great free event. Man. This is fantastic.
Where was that at? At a casino?
No. I was just talking about the country music festival. It was a great time.
Oh, did you go out there?
Yeah, I went out there all 3 days, and it was great. I brought my daughter out there, and it was a really, really great time. But yeah.
Yeah, my whole neighborhood basically went out there.
Yeah.
And I'm not a country music fan myself, so to me, I give him a heart. Oh, Luke was great. Luke who? You know, I don't know any of these people.
I didn't know who he was, but he actually was a great performer, no lie. The guy put on a great show. He stayed late. I really, really enjoyed it. Me and my daughter were having a good time dancing and stuff, so it was really fun.
Yeah, I get a lot of people bitching about how crowded and the dust and the dirt and the heat and all the rest of it, but overall, everybody's saying they had a great time out there, so it was cool. This event at Skinner's Butte, the Festival of Eugene, it's right here. It's just going to be so much fun, man. You guys got to come check it out. So 541-485-1450. We're going to go ahead and give away a ticket to the Lane Event Center to see Sean fight. We're expecting to hear from Bryer Thompson here later today, and we're not going to really trash talk. I don't think it's going to be pretty low key. And I just got some questions for him, so it'll be a lot of fun.
No, it's not really my style.
And the event,
There's so much trash talking.
Yeah, Nathan's a trash talker.
Nate's a huge trash talker. Yeah, yeah, I'll fight you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, calm down, dude.
I'm going to hurt my opponent really bad in my fight with him.
And I think I might win.
I'm training hard.
But he does do his sprints every day. And I wanted to point out that the events that are coming up, they're actually all ages. So I know we've had some problems with that at the casino, people not being able to show up with their kids or whatever. But both these events at the Lane Event Center and at the casino are all ages events. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, so come on out, bring your kids. You know, it's not as bad as you would think. It's not as brutal as you would think. It's just like anything else. You're watching a movie, if something gets too graphic, turn your head. I mean, it's not. It's really not as bad as you would think. It's more organized sport than you'd expect.
541-485-1450 is the number to call, and you are live. Who's this?
This is Bryer Thompson.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. How about yourself?
Not so bad, not so bad. Listen, you caught us right at time for a break here. Can you hold on the phone for about 3 minutes?
I can do that.
All right, stick around, buddy, and we will be back with the Peaceful Fighter Show. We got Bryer Thompson on the phone. He's going to be fighting Sean coming up here real soon. This ought to be fun. Stick around, you guys.
We're building Oregon's newest radio station, All Comedy 1450 KLZS, Eugene, Springfield.
Cannabis LLC in Springfield is the island in your sea of dispensaries. With their knowledgeable and friendly staff, a welcoming and open storefront, daily specials, enticing reward incentives. Join their punch card program. Every 10 punches on your card gets you a free gift. Special discounts for our servicemen and women. Cannabis LLC, located 19th and Main in Springfield. Tell them you heard about it on All Comedy 1450.
Hey, I'm talking with Steve over at Contractors Electric. Hey, man, something goes wrong electrically at my house, and I call you guys. When are you going to show up?
Well, we like to be able to take care of people as soon as possible. What we tell people up front is that we can normally be at their home or their business within about 2 business working days. But what we really try to do is get there that same day. If at all possible, we like to be there when they need us, which is usually when they call us.
In other words, the only time anybody calls you is when there's a problem. You're like a lawyer that way. Why shouldn't I just fix it myself?
When you're talking about electricity, you're talking about safety. You're talking about the well-being of your family, your children, your friends. You don't want to risk putting those people in jeopardy. We don't want to see anyone get hurt. There's a lot of potential and risk with electricity. Contractors Electric, 343-2222. Or you can catch us on the internet at electrician-eugene.com. 343-2222. Humans answer the phone.
A human being.
24/7.
Toxic Wings and Fries on River Road brings us a newly discovered deleted scene from The Princess Bride.
All right, okay, now where was I? Inigo and Fezzik had just brought Wesley to Miracle Max.
Hey, hello in there. What's so important? What do you got here on Earth worth living for?
A traditional Philly cheesesteak sandwich from Toxic Wings and Fries.
Well, who could argue? A traditional Philly cheesesteak sandwich from Toxic Wings and Fries is the best thing in the world. When they smoke a whole ribeye roast to a medium rare, sliced nice and lean, onions, mushrooms, green and red bell peppers, and to top it all off, the provolone cheese. I love it. It's so perky.
But we can only get them on Thursdays.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Grandpa, it's Thursday. Can we go to Toxic Wings and Fries?
Yes, you're very smart. Shut up.
Long ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there were boring wieners.
But now there's Red 5 Hot Dog Company, located on the corner of 6th and Willamette in Eugene. These are the freshest, the hottest, the best all-beef dogs you can find in the city. Try my buddy Jeff's creation, the Growler. It'll take 2 Wookiees to finish this bad boy. Mention All Comedy 1450 and receive a free bag of chips. Check them out at red5dogs.com.
And may the Frank be with you.
Welcome back to the Peaceful Fighter Show on All Comedy 1450. Boys and girls, we got a full house in right now. We got Sean, we got Ryan, we got Nate, who's trying to dominate the conversation. We got Jay sitting in here, and on the phone, we got Bryer Thompson, who's going to be fighting Sean coming up at the Lane Event Center on August 29th. We do have a ticket for that to give away, but right now, on the phone, we got Bryer. How you doing, man?
Oh, doing pretty good.
Cool. Training hard?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we got your
last little bit here.
We got your opponent sitting right next to me over here. Sean, say hi, guys. Shake hands. Let's meet.
How's it going, Mr. Bryer?
Going good. Good morning, Sean.
Nice to meet you.
So just so you know, Bryer, this is terrestrial radio. This is not a podcast, so we're live on the air, which means watch your mouth.
All right.
So keep it family friendly here. Anybody have any questions for Bryer right off the bat?
I don't know. Where'd you grow up, Bryer? I mean, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know for the we've been talking about you for a couple of weeks, obviously in a great way, and we're trying to get the fans excited about the matchup and get them out there to the show. Maybe just is there anything you can tell us about you?
Yeah, definitely. Bryer Thompson. I'm 24 years old. Married to my beautiful wife Jennifer, and we have a 1.5-year-old son, Treble Thompson. He's keeping us pretty busy on our toes for sure. I grew up in Halsey, Oregon. Small town for sure.
How about your fighting career? Where did you start training? When did you pick it up? What's going on?
You know, like I told you, I'm married and have a 1.5-year-old son, and that's kind of been my main training, and kind of keeping the rest on the down low for now.
So you're not going to tell us anything, is what you're saying?
Yep, we'll find out on the 29th.
There you go.
Okay, all right. That's fair enough.
Meantime, Sean's over here just telling everybody live on the air.
Yep.
Different style going on there. So, how about your fighting career? How many fights have you had so far?
I have not had any actual cage fights.
Oh, you haven't?
Nope.
So this is your first one?
First fight.
Cool. Are you excited?
I'm definitely excited.
How's training going?
It's going good. So far, staying away from the injuries, and the last little bit, just kind of trying to take it a little bit easier. And
that's important, man. Absolutely, just definitely be in great shape. Are you? How tall are you, Bryer?
5'9".
Okay. So you'll have a little bit of reach advantage. That ought to be interesting. All right.
And weighing in at about 180, right? Because Sean over here is at 125.
Yeah, man.
I've been working hard on getting to the 135. Definitely having to work my way up, not dropping any weight. So I've been feeling comfortable with that.
Now you're fighting at 135?
Correct.
Sean?
As far as I know, 35 or 25. I was told 25. So this
I
might
was
be
told 35. So.
Well, that's
we got a problem right off the bat.
Let's get Mr. Ben on the phone then.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? All right.
Well, that's kind of weird then, because if you guys have different goals in mind on your weight.
Yeah, that's I'm not gonna lie. That's 100% surprise for me. Honestly, that's a mistake on the Mr. Promoter's part. I'm 100% under the impression we're fighting at 125 pounds.
What was that, Bryer?
I said we'll have to see if we can get that one definitely figured out.
Yeah, you got to figure that out because that's a completely different weight class right there.
What are we going to do? Just meet in the middle, or?
Well, I mean, I managed Sean's career, so I would. I definitely will sit down and talk about that. I'm going to get Ben on the phone here and see if we can't get it figured out. I love a little drama on first thing Saturday morning.
Really?
Isn't this fun? But maybe I don't know. We'll talk about that. I think there's always options. I mean, there's no reason why you two shouldn't punch each other in a week.
Sure.
I think that this could be, man, I'm just so excited about this.
I'll make it either way.
Yeah, it'll be great. I mean, I think that we'll figure it out. We'll get it figured out. It's definitely a hiccup. And it happened. What's funny, actually, we've talked about this earlier in the show about the amateur career and how it goes. And man, you show up to the weigh-ins thinking you're fighting one guy, and you end up fighting another guy. And so sometimes this kind of stuff does happen. It's not the end of the world. Obviously, as like later on in your professional career or something, this wouldn't work out. But early on, heck, we're just trying to have a good time and get some experience in there and put a good show on for the fans. And hell, I'm like 175, 180, and I'm Sean's regular sparring partner. So I mean, it shouldn't. It's weight. They have weight classes for a reason, and these kind of things. And so we'll abide by that and stay focused and respect that. But at the same time, all of us do train to. We can handle just about anything. So
my question would be: who's going to have an advantage here? If Bryer has to cut down to 125, that's a pretty good chunk. Or if Sean has to go up to 135, who's got an advantage on that?
Well, Sean can start eating.
Well, I know it's going to be. It seems to me it's going to be easier for Sean to add 10 pounds. But on the other hand, if he's targeting 125 and Bryer's at 135, we got different goals in mind here. And I'm just wondering if Bryer had to cut 10 pounds, does that affect him negatively? Having to lose the extra weight, or if you got to pack an extra 10 pounds on, Sean, how's that going to work?
Or you meet in the middle. There's a lot of different options. So that's definitely something we're going to have to sit down and figure out.
What do you think, Bryer? I mean, what's your weight cutting experience like? Do you cut weight well, or is that not something that your body really handles very well, or?
It's something that that much isn't a huge deal, but I don't know, Sean. What are you walking around kind of normal weight?
Normal weight every day, like 130 138, 139.
Yeah, we've dieted him down pretty good, right? That's where we got him sitting right now. What do you usually walk at, Bryer?
I'm usually down there about 130.
So you're not actually having to cut weight for 135 then?
No.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Well, this is no big deal. We'll work it out. But this is always interesting. I think, I'm sure from a fan's perspective, before I really knew what was going on, this is always something that I've always kind of wondered about. So this is interesting how this all works out, and the negotiations back and forth. And usually this happens. And this is guys your first fight, but I've seen a ton of these things, and usually this happens in some mad scramble like you'd see in a movie with there's no money out and guys screaming at you, but it kind of happens like that at the weigh-ins. Everybody's screaming and yelling and running around. You fight him, I'll fight him. What weight? This, that. And it's I missed weight, he didn't miss weight, and so it's well, at least we'll have a week to figure it out. So
yeah, that's just kind of weird news to have happen just a week before the fight. I mean, you've both been training hard for this thing, and all of a sudden this wrinkle shows up, and it's only a week away. So it seems to me, man, promoter, kind of pull that head out a little bit.
No. We'll get a hold of Ben. We'll get it all dialed in. Where do you train at, Bryer?
Been training a little bit at Victory, and then kind of went back to my old gym for a little bit, and just kind of brushing up on some old skills. And I work full time and then some. I'm a plumber, so it's been really keeping me busy. So I definitely make sure I get running and a good decent workout every day, but it's hard to keep a super tight schedule.
A plumber, huh? We always, I did a lot of construction. Plumbers, we had to know 3 things to be a plumber. S runs downhill, payday's Friday, and don't put your fingers in your mouth.
Absolutely.
That's pretty much it.
Oh my God, Chris, you're so
fingers
funny.
in the mouth.
Oh my goodness.
That's it. So where are you at? Are you living in Halsey now, or are you out of somewhere else?
No, I live in Jefferson.
Oh yeah, that's a nice little place out there. I was thinking about trying to get out in the country and consider it an area out there.
Now, where's Jefferson?
No, it's like about 10 miles out of Albany.
Oh, okay, so you're
north
close.
towards Salem.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, all right. I know right where you mean. Yeah.
So what's your goals with this whole thing, Bryer? I'm just kind of curious. Are you looking to take it all the way, or are you to have a couple of fights for fun, or kind of what's your thoughts?
The main reason for me doing this fight is in memory of my cousin Levi Brent. He passed away over a year ago. He had 2 cage fights, and he won his first fight with a quick knockout and lost his second, and I was planning on training up hard and getting back to it, and me and him kind of had plans of training together, and I kind of made a commitment with him that I was going to do a cage fight. So.
Wow, bud. Well, that's really powerful. Nothing but respect for your friend, and
Yeah, that kind of brought the energy level down just a little bit there, and sorry to hear about that. Wow. So now, is this fight just for that reason, or do you have goals to move up, and are you trying to become professional?
This fight is just mainly for that reason. Who knows what's going to happen from here? I got a family and son that's 1.5 years, but I really want to be a part of his life and maybe get him into doing a little sparring around and stuff. So I just want to do whatever's going to be best for the family and best on my body, and we'll kind of figure that out, I guess.
Well, that kind of makes you a jerk, doesn't it, Sean? Going to go in there and try and punch some guy that's doing a memorial fight for somebody that passed away, and you're going to go in there and try and steal the thunder?
Jackass.
Oh,
God, what a jerk, huh?
Well, I'm sure that we'll be able to put everything to the side and just I just want to put on a show for the fans. That's really my biggest goal. Let's try to get that crowd going crazy.
Right on.
Yeah, you guys are going to start the night off, so that should be fun.
Well, how about you, Sean? What's your reason for fighting, your purpose, or what are you going for?
Let's see here. I don't know. I just, from a young age, I've always liked competition. I grew up racing motocross and, dirt bikes and stuff, and kind of got older, went through junior high, then I wrestled for about 1.5 years, and I enjoyed that, and then I kind of got out of that and got into not so bright things and kind of, started lollygagging in life a little bit, but then ended up moving out to Eugene with a group of friends, and we kind of straightened ourselves out and got jobs, and me and my buddy Nathan over here, we started this together.
That's the guy that won't shut up, by the way, Bryer, just so you know.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
But we kind of started this ride together. He's already got 2 fights in. I'm a little bit behind him because I've been held up with some silly little injury stuff. But I'm in it just mostly for the ride. I was introduced to my coach, Mr. Ryan Harris, about 3 years ago, right as his opening up his business. And I had some buddies kind of recommend him to me. They heard he was opening up a gym, so more or less I watched some of his fight videos and decided, yeah, this guy could train me. That looks like fun. So I've kind of just been with Ryan, ever since, and haven't really made any, official decision, whether I'm going to compete or not until here recently. We kind of just sat down and decided, let's do it. And I'm just in it for the fun for right now, and we'll kind of see where it goes. But I'm just in it for the fun right now. I'm not trying to think too far into the future.
Yeah, we gotta both see if it's something we enjoy and go from there, man.
Sean likes to go to funerals and punch people out for just kicks. And
oh man,
we're trying to get him to quit that stuff.
I look like some mean guy. I'm not. I promise.
Man. Well, once again, this is going to be August 29th at the Lane Event Center. It's going to be a great time. There's a bunch of fights on the card, right?
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a fantastic fight. Jimmy Jeanette's fighting. I believe it's Dan Lewis. You got Chad Mertens. He's been down at Jackson MMA's camp down there training. He's fighting Carson Fry. Several other really good fighters. I know Art of War's bringing some good fighters to the table. We've just got, I think it's a lot of local camps coming together. A lot of guys put their heart and soul into this stuff, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day, into this thing. I know we got Sean doing 2, 3, 4, times a day. And, a lot of guys have put a lot of work into this. So it truly, is a performance. You go to a theater for the act and for the expression and the performance of everything. And so this should have, plenty of expression and plenty of performance. So it's really going to be a good show. And we have tickets. We have tickets. Peaceful Fighter. You can find us on Facebook. You can also come down to our shop, 44 Broadway, Suite 230. We've got tickets. I'm not sure, Bryer, do you got tickets for the guys up in your town?
I don't. I have general seating left. I need to see if I can get a hold of some more floor seating.
Well, good. Sounds like you're doing a good job getting the folks that you know out there and getting some support going.
All right, great answer there. Hey, Bryer, appreciate you calling in, and we didn't want to turn this into a trash talking thing because that isn't the style here at Peaceful Fighter, and it seems like it's not your style either. Feel real bad that you lost somebody, but I think it's way cool that you're dedicating the fight, and this is going to be a great time. Looking forward to meeting you.
All right, well, thank you, and Sean, thanks for being a part of it and everything, and I look forward to meeting you in person. And
yeah, of course, man.
Good show.
I'll see you what weigh-ins, I believe, is the first time I'll be seeing you. So,
right,
win or lose, let's go out there and have fun and put on a show, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Bryer. I'd love to buy you a beer afterwards. We'll just have a good time, and I'm super excited about it. So, thank you very much for giving my man Sean here, a very respectful, classy opponent to go out there and test his skills with. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, right on.
All right, thanks for the call, buddy. All right, Peaceful Fighters show. That was Bryer Thompson, the opponent of Sean. That's going to be August 29th over at the Lane Event Center. And that was pretty laid back. There are no flaming going on there. And
No,
he seems like a nice guy, which is cool.
Yeah, oh my goodness, man. I joke around sometimes, and it's kind of fun in the gym. But then when I heard his story, I don't think we'll be joking at all after this fight. I had no more jokes about this one, so...
Well, when we come back from break, Nate's going to just go off for the next 20 minutes. And
he's really been saving up.
And maybe Jay will even have a word or two to say. And between the two of them, hey, it might even be a whole sentence. This is going to be way cool. 541-485-1450. We got a ticket to give away to the Lane Event Center on August 29th to see Sean and Bryer go at it, along with a whole bunch of other fights. It's going to be a great night. So give us a call after the break here. Let's give a ticket away. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back in a little bit. Stick around.
That's the third video game this week.
Can we get a new one?
I don't know if we can afford that.
But at video game headquarters, we can trade this game in and get another. But that's not all. We got DVDs, Blu-rays, and Magic the Gathering cards. They got all kinds of great stuff. Keep us occupied and have your hair for 5 stinking minutes.
You do make a good point. I guess we're going to video game headquarters.
Yes!
What's all that noise?
We're going to video game headquarters.
I'll get my purse. There's a California snack tax, Pennsylvania work tax, fuel tax, axle tax, tire throwaway tax.
So many taxes, it's so complicated. Come see the folks at Liberty Tax.
Getting your taxes done doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, we make taxes fun. At Liberty Tax, you can have your taxes prepared by certified professionals who guarantee that your taxes are done quickly and double-check for accuracy before filing. So come on down to a Liberty Tax location near you. Locally owned and operated, Liberty Tax will give and honor their price quotes, offer you extra copies of returns at no charge, and follow up with you by phone within 48 hours. Kids are always welcome, and we offer extended hours. To find a location near you, visit LibertyTax.com or call 866-871-1040. That's 866-871-1040.
Taxes on my bills, I'm taxed against my will. They tax me if I fail to obey. I'm taxed on what I buy, taxed on what I sell. They tax me if I give it.
When we first started this station, there were a lot of naysayers that said that nobody would listen to comedy on the radio. We're proving them wrong, and we want to hear from you, our listeners. So we're asking you to take the time to drop us a postcard or a letter, artwork, a poem, a song, any kind of expression to tell us why you listen to All Comedy 1450. Drop it in the mail at 44 West Broadway, Suite 205, Eugene, Oregon, 97401. Keep those likes coming on Facebook, and thanks for listening to All Comedy 1450.
Hi, I just started vaping, and I'm looking for an apple flavor.
Well, I got our Smackback Apple Jack.
Does that have apple in it?
I don't know.
What about banana?
We got our Snoozer Banana Quat.
Well, what's a snoozer?
I don't know.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Will. Quitting smoking wasn't easy, but Picket Vapors helped me with their quality smokeless equipment with kosher ingredients, the finest flavors, steeped and bottled on site in a clean professional lab. Priced to save you, friendly and helpful service. Picket Vapors, 9th and Main, Springfield. Picket Vapors, kick it now.
Thanks to your votes, the Eugene Weekly named Sandwich Food Cart the #2 food cart in Eugene. Now they've got 2 trucks and a cart to satisfy your noms. Find out hours and locations by searching them on Facebook at Sandwich, SAMMITCH. Sandwich caters any and all events. Try their Sandwich of the Month. Sandwich even has vegan options. My favorite is the Orgasmich. It's a 50-50 meatloaf burger. Throw in a side of carrot fries and I'm sold. Find them online at sandwichtime.com.
Humor is a funny thing. KLZS, Eugene, Springfield, All Comedy 1450.
We're back, kids. Peaceful Fighters Show. Full house in the studio today with Sean, Ryan, Nate, and Jay. I'm Chris from the Brickwall Comedy Show. We're taking your calls at 541-485-1450. That will get you into the Contractors Electric Studio and a chance for a free ticket to go see the fight over at Lane Event Center on August 29th. And you wanted to talk about what, Ryan? Something about...
Oh, I saw the other day that the Ronda Rousey's new opponent got released, Holly Holm. And so I just wanted to kind of see what everybody thought about that.
Got released from...
No. It's just they put it out. They put it out to the public.
Okay. It's like come walking out of Coffee Creek Correctional Facility. It's going to go...
Gonna go fight someone. Although I think that'd probably be a pretty good place to recruit people for fighting.
Yeah, probably would, really.
They could put some good shows together, I'm sure.
Well, and you got to have some balls to want to get in the cage with Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah,
my God, she's just killing people right now.
By the way, I went and watched that movie you spoke of last week.
Oh, the one that she's in?
Yeah. It was worth it. I usually don't watch movies all the way through.
I can't remember what the name of it was. Entourage.
Entourage.
Yeah. Did she have a pretty big role in that? Was it good?
I don't know about a big role, but
it was
epic.
Pretty. She wasn't a main character, but she was in a lot of the movie.
I enjoyed it.
Well, that's cool. She's making some bucks right now, man. She's turned this thing into a lucrative career. It's very cool.
She just patented the phrase, the DNB thing, or not patent, but trademarked it.
What's DNB?
So, her phrase, a do nothing. I don't think I say it. A do nothing B. A girl that doesn't work, just tries to look good and marry a rich husband. Basically, but she trademarked the DNB, so nobody else can make money off of it.
Oh wow!
Do nothing, bitch. Is that what it is?
I didn't know if I could say that on this.
You can't. Yeah. I can.
Do nothing, bitch.
Oh my gosh.
She trademarked it, I guess. I just read that, I think, yesterday. So I guess she's got to make money off of that somehow. So that's pretty right on.
Yeah,
and she just wrote a book.
I don't know how she's going to make any money off of that phrase, but
wow.
Oh well, it's hers, I guess. She wrote a book.
Doing like a clothing line or something.
I guess she did. She wrote a book. Yeah, everybody wants to hear about what somebody famous has got going on.
Yeah, definitely.
But what do you guys think? Holly Holm's real tall. She's boxing champion.
I've liked Holly Holm. I've been watching her before she was in the UFC. I've always had an eye on her.
Got some good.
It's an interesting fight. She's real tall. Throws definitely, I would say, has a kicking advantage. Really good boxing. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's at this point, it's kind of roll the dice with that division. Top 10, because Ronda's already ran through everyone else.
So for anybody who doesn't really know, Holly Holm, a little bit about her, she just had a lot of striking background, champion in boxing. She's been with Winkle John basically her whole career. He's her, she's his protege, so he's with her day in and day out. And this guy's one of the best coaches in the world. I mean, they've worked with everyone. Who's down there right now? Diego Sanchez.
I just seen a picture of Diego Sanchez and Chad Merton sparring. So jealous.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Chad.
So
that's
props for you on that one, but I'm jelly.
definitely excited for what the things that our local guys are doing right now. But Holly Holm's real tall. Her last couple fights have been real conservative, not trying to get taken down, and I think that's definitely going to play into her advantage with the Ronda Rousey thing. I think Ronda's going to come and try to get her down, or try to box her, and I don't think that you're going to be able to outbox Holly Holm with her experience and the height advantage. I just don't think it's
when is this fight? Because it's after the hype that's happened with her over the past even just 6 months. Everybody knows who she is now. So this fight is definitely going to have a lot of interest from a lot of people. When is it?
I believe it's I could be totally wrong with this. I think it's January 3rd.
Okay.
I'd look it up.
It's not for a while yet.
January 2nd.
January 2nd?
That's what my daughter says, Karlie.
Does Karlie have something she wanted to add on the air here tonight?
I don't know. Karlie's kind of an interesting one. She's a sleeper. She's 5'8", 5'7". She's so tall, and she's really thin, and she works hard in the gym, and she's probably got some of the best technique that I've seen in the gym. And kicks hard, punches hard, elbows hard. And, it's funny because I actually think, in my mind, I relate her to the Holly Holm because she's real tall and long. And, I think as soon as she, gets a little older, gets a little more experience, she's got a good chance at, just about whooping anybody she wants to. So.
How old is she?
How old are you, Karlie?
I'm 12. I'm 12.
And you're terrified of that microphone, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
It bites.
Now, why are you so scared of the microphone? Seriously, you're getting in the ring and punching people and working hard and training and all the rest.
She was kicking me in the head yesterday.
And now you're terrified of a little microphone? Come on.
I don't know.
Toughen up, Buttercup. No, it's okay.
We were working on a clinch.
I'm like Nathan. I don't talk.
Well, it's funny because we were working on a clinch combination just the other day. She slipped, grabs the back of the head, couple of knees, throws them, head kick, pow, and then another one. A takedown, missed takedown to a big head kick, and no problem with that. But then when the mic gets involved,
all right, we're going to put you on the spot here a little bit. Nate, can you swing your mic over since you're not using it, and and we'll get you on the air. Hi, Karlie.
Hi.
Now, obviously, 12 years old. You're going to school. You have any issues at school with anybody giving you any guff, any bullying, anything like that?
No.
They don't mess with you at all?
Though.
You hate school?
Yeah.
Well, everybody hates school when they're in it. But seriously, you don't have any problems with that at all?
No, really.
That makes you the bully then. Is that what's going on?
No, I'm not a bully.
Okay. Just checking. So do people at school know that you train?
Some, yeah.
So they just leave you be and everything's cool?
Not really, but whatever.
Not really whatever? Come on.
Kids, I tell you, man, some of the stuff that I hear, kids are... I think they're trying to figure their stuff out. I think we figured it out differently when we were young. If you would have said some of the things that they say to each other, we'd fight, Chris, and that would just be it.
Oh man, it's so different now. I mean, the mouths on some of these kids.
We would be in the park and we would fight, and then afterwards we'd be fine and we'd go swim at the river. And that's how we'd figure things out. We'd know the boundaries, and these kids, some of them don't know any darn boundaries, Chris. I tell you.
Well, and I'm sorry, but that's parenting issues as far as I'm concerned, because I hear kids talking to their parents in a way that my mom would have slapped the S out of me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm still afraid of my mom, and she's 81 and crippled with arthritis. But when she looks at me with that look, man, it's Yes, ma'am. I mean, I'm not messing with Mom. There's no way. And that respect just doesn't seem to be there with a lot of today's kids, and which is why I've always said we need to kill everybody under the age of 23 and start all over. But that's, that's based on the fact that there are some real smart mouth kids that need to be taken down a peg or two, and in our politically correct society, it just doesn't happen anymore.
Well, I've seen so much of it, and this, the schools don't do a whole lot about it. I mean, they try to keep up on it, but I just think that there's so much going on. It's just, I don't know. It's trying to deal with a riot. I don't know how you deal with it.
Well, yeah, and their hands are tied. I mean, for whatever you want to talk about how the school system works, without a doubt, teachers can't discipline kids. They're not allowed to do that. When I was in school, we used to get hacks. We'd get sent into the principal's office, and he'd bend you over the table and take that wooden paddle to you, which they drilled holes in for aerodynamic purposes. And they would, honest to God, whip your ass. And
how'd that work out, Chris? Did that work?
You know what? I never got a hack myself.
Really?
I never got a hack.
Now that tells you. See, you never acted up.
Because the fear of the fact that it would happen.
See?
And that's the problem now, is the kids don't have any fear of what might happen because nothing happens to them because nothing's allowed to, or the cops get involved, or CSD gets involved, and you can't discipline kids. And they know it, and they're running rampant, man.
Yeah, it's
and it drives me crazy.
I can tell you what you do.
How people act when they're not afraid of any sort of...
That's a funny thing, actually. Yeah. We were just dealing with that as adults, actually, between the three of us in here, and the way certain people act when they know that nothing. I'm safe. These keyboard warriors, or these textbook fighters. And it's just like, what are you doing?
Well, and adults are that way too, because they've grown up with that kind of. They've been raised that way, and now that they're turning 22, 23. We got a bunch of idiots out there, man.
It blows my mind. And then if the confrontation does get serious, now all of a sudden you're a jerk, and but when I was a kid, my mom, we got into an argument with my brothers she'd say, get out in the yard and fight, and we'd fight. I remember getting beat up so bad, and I looking up at my mom on the balcony, and I'm like, why are you letting this happen? And but I learned respect, and you just don't. For me, you don't say disrespectful things, you don't disrespectful stuff. I learned right away,
Well, and it's always been that way with women. And yes, it's Misogyny 101 coming to you on the Peaceful Fighter Show. But the reality is women have always gotten away with beacon in a way that guys wouldn't dare do to each other because they'd get punched in the face, and women wouldn't get punched in the face, so they had no repercussions. And they can get away with a lot more. They can say things to guys that we can't say to each other because it's fighting words.
Yeah.
And who's going to punch a woman in the nose, and they know that, and they get away with it. Unfortunately, that whole attitude is now transferred to kids on both sides, on both genders.
Acting like that.
And it is really, really frustrating. 541-485-1450, you're live. Who's this?
This is Chris Thompson.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. This is Bryer's dad.
Oh, hey. How's it going, man? Can you speak up just a little bit here?
It's going real good.
Cool. What can we do for you today?
Well, I was calling about the free ticket.
You're trying to get a free ticket from Sean even though your son's fighting and he won't give you a free ticket?
Well, I got one ticket, and I wanted to get my wife into the show, and the tickets are getting low,
Well, how are we going to handle this, boys?
I don't know.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I think that it's let's get it going. Let's come on down to the station, or however we can get lined up with you. Maybe we can meet you at weigh-ins or something like this, and we'd be happy to get that to you. It's I think it'd be a great show of just Sean's class and who he is, and we'd love to honor that.
That'd be awesome.
Way cool. Now, the only thing is you have to root for Sean now because he's the one that gave you the free ticket.
Yeah, you got to wear a Peaceful Fighter t-shirt. No?
Well, my wife will have to root for Sean. I'll root for Bryer, man.
Come on, Sean. Beat my son's ass. Thanks for the ticket.
Thanks
for the ticket.
Oh, I love it. I'm glad we can have fun.
Well, way cool.
Could I give you an address to shoot it to? Would that work?
To send it?
Yeah, he wants to know if he can just give you an address and you can drop in the mail.
Yeah, but I might even be afraid it might not. I mean, we're getting pretty close here. It's. Are
you going to be? Are you going to be at the weigh-in, Chris?
Chris, I'd hate to send it to you and have, for some reason, because it's getting such short time, have it not make it to you. Are you going to be at the weigh-ins?
I believe I could be.
Well, wait.
I can even just give it to Bryer.
I was just going to say that because pretty sure Breyer's going to make the weigh-in. I'm guessing. And so we could give that ticket to him, and then he could get it to you. Because the weigh-in is, what, the day before?
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, so that gives some time. And will that work for you?
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Okay, cool. Then we'll set that up for sure. And there you go. You got a free ticket for your wife.
Well, that's awesome, man. You guys rock.
Awesome, man. Come check us out.
We really are pretty cool.
We're down here in Eugene. If you're down here and you guys are hanging out, we're more than happy to buy you a beer, sir. Sean's coach and manager, and you're welcome at our studio. You guys are welcome to train and anything like this, obviously after the fight. But definitely welcome down here anytime.
Sweet.
Cool. Hey, thanks for the call, Chris. We'll look forward to seeing you at the fight.
All right, we'll be there.
All right, take care.
Good luck, Sean.
Thank you.
All right, that was Chris Thompson. That's Bryer Thompson's dad that just won the ticket. That kills me that his own kid wouldn't give him a damn ticket. What is that all about?
It's a tough deal. They don't give us much. They don't give us much. That's coming out of my pocket, So, and that's okay, because we like to do that. I like to pump Sean up and get him, get people interested in his fights and things. So that's just my investment in these guys. But they as a promoter, they just don't give us much for fighters.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably the case. Now, you have general admission tickets, right? And you also have what else?
Floor seating. And to be honest, I think the floor seating are just chairs kind of circled around the cage. And I believe the GAs maybe bleachers, but the bleachers are up higher. So I feel like the GA is almost better in the sense.
Yeah, I can see that. If you're several rows back on the floor, you got a bunch of people in front of you, and you're kind
standing
of looking up anyway.
Yeah. This cage is up off the ground.
Yeah. Now, this isn't assigned seating, it's just GA?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll just kind of just go for it.
So it's first come, first serve kind of thing?
There'll be a 2-hour line outside.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So you definitely need to get there early.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I never did, but I always just find a good seat somewhere. But honestly, people, you think that the chairs and the closest and this and that, but then third fight in, you're realizing, holy crap, I can't say anything. So that's it's a tough deal. I like to get up as high as I can on the bleachers, to be honest with you, by an aisle and call it good.
Yeah. How many seats does that thing hold?
I don't know. I know we've had as many as 3,000 at the Lane Event Center or something like this, or somewhere close. I don't think this venue, the one that he rented out for this space, is that big. For some reason, I want to say 1,400.
Still, that's pretty good size.
It's a couple thousand people out there, so that's pretty exciting, and it roars pretty good when they're all packed and full.
Now you're cornering, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna corner Sean out there, and then we'll be out there promoting and giving away T-shirts and selling stuff. And
now you have a buddy in the radio business that wants to get pretty close to the fight. I'm wondering, maybe you could help him out a little bit. Is there a way you can possibly do that?
So I'm in talks with the promoter, Mr. Ben Scoogans, and the idea is that we're gonna get a media pass for you and get the show.
Oh, is that right? Really?
Yeah, the idea is to get a media pass for you and get the show down there, and pump the fights, pump the next fights, and pump the show. Get all these guys on here, and the way I see it is we're all local, and the more we can help each other out and pump each other up and get our local awareness for what we do in MMA, up, it's just going to help everybody.
Well, that'd be way cool. Love to have a media pass. That'd be great.
Yeah.
And I'll put on one of those stupid little visor hats and carry around like a clipboard and make it look like I'm all official and everything.
I love it. Do it, Chris. Take some notes.
I ain't doing that crap. Are you kidding me?
Actually, we're just finishing up a few things right now as far as Sean's T-shirts. There's a couple of spots open for sponsors. If anybody's listening is interested, right now Sean's just starting out in his career, so a small investment can go a long way as far as getting your business some exposure. And Sean's going to do a great job. He's going to be super entertaining, and people know his name. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, that's way cool. Now, we got about a minute and a half left. I know you're doing your self-defense classes on Mondays. Last week seemed to be very, very well received. You want to pump up your business and pump up your self-defense classes? You got about a minute. Go.
Right.
Elevator speech.
Right now, everything's really kicking butt. Super duper excited. Just broke into kind of the corporate market as far as the self-defense stuff and teaching big groups. So if you've got a business and you want to feel more safe walking around downtown, come on down. We'd love to just kind of go over some basics that can really get you out of a jam. I know, Chris, you've helped out with that. That's been fantastic. Also, another thing I really want to promote right now is our gymnastics, 8:15 to 9:15 every day, Monday through Saturday. Get down there, check it out. We have a professional coach, Olympic level, and he's getting us super ripped, and everybody's having such a great time. Everybody really, really likes the class, working on coordination, flexibility, and then towards the end, we do a little 15, 20-minute section on strength. So not quite as difficult as it once was. We've toned it down to make it more fun, and just come on down and check it out, having a great time, and get some results. Get up off the couch, will ya?
Throw that phone number out there in your location.
503-442-8105. 44 West Broadway, Suite 230. Come check us out. You can find us on Facebook, Peaceful Fighter.
All right, and next Saturday we are going to do the Peaceful Fighter show, 10 o'clock as usual, even though that is fight day. The fight happens at 6 o'clock next Saturday, Lane Event Center. Don't miss it, you guys. Been a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody that was in studio today. We got Nate, we got Jay, we got Ryan, we got Sean. Want to thank Bryer Thompson for calling. Want to give him a little bit of a kick in the butt for not giving his dad a ticket, but his dad won a ticket, so life is good. Peaceful Fighter show, boys and girls. Thanks for sticking around, and join me out at the Festival of Eugene. We're going to have a great time today, Skinner's Butte.
Woo!